Tonight on Size Eyes on the Skies.
We can see some warmer temperatures happening in the state right now, but that won't last for very long. We can see a cold front coming up, and we'll have more on that later.
Plus, Morgan's got your full national forecast in just a little bit. All that more on this Thursday's March 12th edition of Size Eyes on the Skies, starting right now.
Live from Studio 171 in Ames, Iowa, the Iowa State Meteorology Department team of meteorologists brings you the latest weather from around the country and out your front door. Iowa State's longest running television program and the only live weather broadcast on campus starts right now. This is Size Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back. I'm joined with Lily. Today's been a pretty nice day, at least when we started off, but
it definitely has
really
been
gotten
some
windy.
nicer weather. It is windy. We can see that cold front moving in, so we will have some colder temperatures moving in. We can see right now that it is pretty warm, and it feels very nice out right now. We have some cooler temperatures up north and some warmer temperatures down south. We'll have more on that coming up next.
All right, thanks, Lily. Now it's time for tonight's brief little weather story. On this day, about 21 years ago, an unseasonably bitter cold settled across much of the state of Iowa between March 9th and 14th, with the lowest temperatures reaching the coolest on the morning of today, when virtually the entire state fell just below zero. The coldest readings that were reported in the western and southwestern portions of Iowa were right around Guthrie Center, where they reached about negative 24 degrees Fahrenheit, making this the latest day in winter on which a temperature has ever been recorded within the state of Iowa. And now, we're going to have a look around the country with Morgan.
Rain across the country, but we really want to focus on these storms down in the Kentucky area. We'll have more on that.
Well, as you saw, we had a high of 63 degrees today. That was yet another above average day. And now here's Morgan, going to go a little more in depth of what's happening around the nation today.
Yeah, as you can see, we're pretty dry across the midsection of the country, but down into the desert region of the United States, we have some showers. And then especially here into Kentucky, we're looking at severe storms this evening. Yeah, especially around the Cincinnati area, we're experiencing some showers, but then you look more into Missouri, and that's where some of those supercell thunderstorms are popping up. Looking around the country, we can see this cold front that moved through the state earlier today, and then back into Colorado, we have a low pressure system and high pressure up in the northwest, so nice clear skies there. My clicker does not seem to be working. There it is. Looking at watches and warnings across the country, we see some severe thunderstorm watches and then some warnings, even tornado warnings, again, down in central Kentucky. Up in Montana and Washington, we do have some winter advisories for some mountain snow up there. And looking at today's severe weather outlook, we have that enhanced risk where we are seeing those severe storms right now. The main threat is hail and winds, and we can even see some tornadoes with these systems. Looking at the country, we see our temperatures staying pretty warm towards the south, but as you get up north, especially past Iowa, we're seeing temperatures dipping down near freezing, especially in Billings at 35. Taking a look at the northwest part of the country, we're seeing 51 in Seattle, not too bad, but definitely could be warmer, 43 in Idaho Falls, 35 in Billings, 34 in Casper. Taking a look at the Midwest, down in Des Moines, 50 degrees right now, so it hasn't cooled off quite yet. 41 up in Minneapolis and 37 in Bismarck. Up in the Northeast, 26 in Caribou, that's pretty chilly. Down closer into New York, we have 49 in Albany, 48 in New York City. Nice warm 56 in Washington, D.C. And then down into the southeast, nice warm 78 in Tampa. So if you're heading there for spring break, it's pretty nice right now. 81 out in Dallas, which that's where I want to be. Looking at the southwest, it's a little cooler than one might expect. We're seeing nice 70 degrees in Phoenix, but if you move up further north, we're getting into some 60s and even 40s, 47 in Flagstaff right now. Taking a look at our futurecast, we're seeing that rain move through, that'll move on out, but then as you can see, we have snow developing out into the Rockies, and that is eventually going to move into our area. By Saturday morning, we could experience some snow here in Ames and overall throughout the whole Midwest. Taking a look at our week-long forecast for Tampa, if you're heading for Tampa for spring break, you should expect some beautiful warm weather. We're looking at 80s through the weekend. As you're flying down there, 90 on Monday, Tuesday, 86. Wednesday, we could see about a 40% chance of storms, and then 89 on Thursday.
Well, Florida looks like a fun place to be, but let's take it back a little bit to today here in Iowa. Well, I guess in Minnesota. On what day was our own Size producer, well, I guess co-Size producer, born? Benjamin Wayberg was either born on what, March 14th, 12th, April 1st, or the 13th of March? We'll have a look at that, but right now we're going to have a look at what the week ahead with Lily.
Thank you for that. As we can see, we do have some cooler temperatures in northern Iowa with some warmer temperatures in southern Iowa. And as Morgan stated earlier, we do have a system coming in and showing through. If my button would work, that would be fantastic. Sorry about that earlier, folks. As we can see, what Morgan stated earlier, we do have another system moving through the country right now. We can see that these are the high temperatures, and we do have some cooler temperatures in northern Iowa with some cooler temperatures in southern Iowa, but that will not last for very long. We can see our satellite and radar for right now. We do have this passage kind of moving through Iowa right now, bringing some chances of rain and precipitation later into the week. What this essentially brings us is right now we do have some cooler temperatures in Ames with some warmer temperatures in Des Moines, and we can see that this is because of the wind that we are currently experiencing. We could see earlier that we had some very strong winds, which would naturally bring some cooler temperatures, and with these winds we can see that we do have some chances of precipitation coming for us right now in Iowa. Looking through, we can see that this system does move through, but comes back a little bit during the weekend. Looking up at our future cast, we can see that we do have some chance of precipitation over here in the area of Iowa, and we can see that we do have some chances of rain and snow and some of this mixed precipitation, but over the course we can see that into Saturday we will have some higher chances of this precipitation, eventually moving out through the weekend and into next week. Looking at tonight's forecast, we can see that we will have some clouds and a little bit of showers with a temperature roughly around 29 degrees. So if you are going outside, I would suggest wearing a jacket. And for tomorrow, it is going to be quite sunny, which is really nice, what we would all want while leaving campus, with about 51 degrees Fahrenheit, which is relatively nice. Looking at our extended forecast for Ames, we can see that it is going to be cooler through the weekend, but it will warm up next week with some chances of showers happening over on Saturday and a little bit into next week.
Well, thank you so much, Lily. I guess we are on this guy right here. But anyway, so let's take a look back again at our trivia question. On what day was Benji born? Was it either A, March 14th, B, the 12th of today, April 1st, or tomorrow? What are you guys thinking? It's a very challenging question.
Yeah, absolutely. I have no idea.
Considering that today is the 12th, and you've mentioned it only a few times, I would think that his birthday is today.
You know what? I'm going to guess that, Benji's a spooky guy. I'm going to say his birthday is Friday the 13th, tomorrow.
That would be fun. Lucky number 13. But yeah, if we go ahead and take a peek at the answer that we had. If you want to click that for me. And there it is. Yes, it is today. Both Benji and myself both share the same birthday today, so today's been a nice day for that at least. But after that kind of cold front worked its way through, it's certainly dropped some temperatures. I mean, we saw, 63 degrees, and now we're down to, the 40s now?
Yeah, but it will warm up into next week after this passage moves through.
That's always good to do. And then the nation's pretty active for the most part. I mean, we've got a lot of systems moving there through. And
we're seeing tornado warnings in Kentucky right now, so keep an eye on that as the night moves on.
it's wonderful kind of have an active night. Hopefully, like as we move forward towards like the springtime season, we can kind of expect more of the severe weather pattern to pick up and those chase chances to start picking back up, because that's what we all like to see. There is severe weather and some fun stuff to go on. So that's all we guys got tonight. So we'll go ahead and conclude it here. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can find every one of our shows on Size Eyes on YouTube. Well, thank you for joining us, and we will see you in about a month.